Welcome back guys. So we'll be resuming from the point we left. We'll be learning some new commands in Linux. Firstly, we need to be familiar with this command sudo, which means that the command that we want to run should be run as a super user. So here we write sudo space apt get install followed by the thing that you want to install. So let's say we want to install Gedit. So basically it is a editor like Notepad, a text editor. So press enter. Now it will ask you for password of Kryptonite. You have to provide that password and only then you'll be able to run this command. Fine. So what we'll do is we will provide the password for Kryptonite. And the cool thing about Linux is that whenever you are entering the password, it won't get displayed here. So now it is asking that do you want to continue? Capital Y, hit enter. Okay, it took a while and finally it is installed. I'll clear the screen with Control L. Now we have learned last time that how to create a file with touch command. Right. Also what we can do is we can use the name of an editor and write a file name. So what will happen is that if the name of the file already exists, for example, new file.txt, if this file exists in the current directory, then it would open that file. However, if that file does not exist here, then it will create a new file with this name. Understood? So we'll hit enter. And as we can see, we have a beautiful text editor here. Now I'll just remove this bar from above. Right. So we have this text editor. We can write any content here, right? And save it. So now our file is saved here. So till now we have learned what does this command do? apt get install and the name of the thing that you want to download. Also, we have to use sudo before this command in order to run it as a super user. In Linux, root is like the supreme power. It can do whatever it wants. So we can even be the root user. So simply type sudo su, hit enter. Now we are already root. This is because I had just provided the password. For example, if I open another tab and again write sudo su, it will ask me for a password. I have to again type it. And now I am a root user. Su basically means switch user, and if you don't specify anything, so it thinks by default that you want to become the root user, right? So if we want to switch user back, then we can write sudo su and the name of the user which we want to become. So now we have again become Kryptonite. So how the notation works here, this is the username followed by the computer name Kali, and this we had set during the installation phase of Kali, followed by the directory we are in, right? And till the time dollar is there, it means that we are a low privilege user, and as soon as a hash is seen, it means we are the root user. I'll just give you a demo as well. So when we switch back to root, what we see, we are the root user. The computer name is Kali. We are in which directory? Home, Kryptonite and desktop, and we have the root privileges. I hope it must be clear to you by now. So I'll switch back to the Kryptonite user. And the final thing for this tutorial, if we need to know how a particular command or a tool works, we can try and write man. Man means manual. So for example, we need to learn how does mkdir, the command for creating directories, how does it work? So we will write man mkdir, enter. So you will get all the information like how does the command work. Also, you can find certain options that you can use along with this command. For example, like we use the rm-r switch, if you remember. So this is usually known as a switch. But for layman language, we say -r or -r. So this command recursively delete things. We learnt in the previous tutorial. So let's see the manual for rm. We will write man rm and hit enter. And if we go down a little, we can see that -r is being used to remove directories recursively, right? Cool. So that's it for this tutorial. Hope you learned something new. Just practice these commands and I'll see you in the next tutorial.